Greetings of the day to all our attendees. Welcome to our webinar, Skip the Paper Trail, Leverage AI and RPA for Intelligent Document Processing. I'm Shreya Trivedi, your host for today. Before we get started, let's quickly go over a few guidelines to ensure that we all have a smooth and engaging webinar experience. We are going to address all the questions at the end of the session, so please share them in the chat. All questions will appear throughout the webinar. Keep an eye out for them and please do participate. To ensure a smooth experience, everyone's microphone will be muted. Now that we have covered the guidelines, I'd like to take a moment to introduce Abstract Corp to everyone joining us today. Abstract Corp is a digital transformation company that provides high-end technology, consulting, and solutions. With 15 years of experience across different industries, we help our clients leverage digital innovations. Some of our services include digital engineering, cognitive technologies, data analytics, and many more. Now, let me introduce our speaker for today's webinar, Mr. Gautaman. With 12 years of experience in the IT industry, he has spent over 8 years specializing in automation. His expertise spans multiple domains, including finance, insurance, oil and gas, and banking. But now, before Gautaman takes a deep dive into intelligent document processing and how it sets itself apart from other document processing methods, let me quickly set the stage for you all. So, as you all know, that documents are very important, and in any business, they are created at every step, like from interacting with customers to handling internal processes. And whether it's contracts, invoices, reports, or emails, these documents play a very important role in communication, decision making, and record keeping. Let me explain you all this with the help of an example, that is KYC documents and BFSI. So KYC documents are very important for verifying client identities to meet regulatory standards and prevent fraud or money laundering. Some of the common KYC documents include proof of identity, such as passport or driver's license, proof of address like a utility bill or bank statement, a recent photograph, and a financial statement such as bank statements or salary slips. Now, whether it is healthcare, oil and gas, or manufacturing, the bigger the industry will be, the more paperwork there is. And as businesses expand, the amount of data that they generate also grows. It is estimated that around 400 million terabytes of data are created every day, with nearly 80% of them being unstructured. Now, this includes text documents, emails, social media posts, and multimedia files. Now, with such a huge amount of unstructured data, we have to ask this question, that are businesses really making the most of the data that they generate? The truth is, we are good at generating documents, but still there is a huge gap while creating these documents and deriving insights from them. So why does this gap usually happens? It is because unstructured data doesn't fit neatly into databases. And because of that, it needs advanced technology to make sense of it. So till now, we have relied on manual processing to read, categorize, and extract information from all the types of documents. Now, this method now has been good, but it's very slow and it's also prone to mistakes. And because of these limitations only, companies have now started looking for better solutions as well. Popular solution or option has been optical character recognition, that is OCR technology, which automates text extraction from scanned documents and images. But OCR has its own drawbacks as well, like it cannot understand the context, structure, and meaning of the text. So it leads to inaccuracies, especially if we are dealing with any kind of complex documents or handwritten notes. So this evolution in document processing has led us to intelligent document processing, IDP, which is a major step forward from traditional OCR. So now let me quickly hand over the stage to Gautaman, who will now further get into the nitty-gritty of IDP. Over to you, Gautaman. Thank you.
Thanks, Treya, for the quick overview. Let's go back and discuss manual document processing for a minute. Even today, many organizations still rely on manual document processing. For example, as said by Shreya, in banks, we can see that KYC documents are still they are processing manually, and the loan applications. So we can see there are different departments out there in that bank. So what they will do first, they will collect all the documents. They have the separate team to collect that documents, and they are segregating all the documents which we provided to them. Like for example, that address proof, driving license, passport, or utility bills. So these kind of documents they are segregating, and that details and all providing to the different departments. Like they will take all the information from the document and they will upload all the informations into the machines one by one. And once they uploaded all the informations, then that separate department, the validation they will do for that each document, which whether we submitted that document having the proper information or not. Like for example, we have that first name is correctly give, or surname and date of birth, address proof, all the information should be exactly matching with that existing document or not. They will check, especially the signature and image of that person. So all these information should be matching or not, they will check properly. So once this stage has been completed, then they're finally moving to that approval stage. So everything has been properly verified, then they will give the approval, otherwise they will reject the document. So this end-to-end process is still they are doing it manually. So when we are doing this manually, what will happen when they are entering that information into the computer? So there might be a chance to typing that name or date of birth, and they will do very slowly when we are doing involving that human in this. For each document, we know how much time it will take, and the each stage if you are crossing, so it will take a lot of time to process that each document. So probably that we would have wasting our 8 times of that accelerations for the each document. So these are all the risks we are currently facing. So in that upcoming slides, we'll see how we can overcome this manual document processing in that upcoming slides. Yeah. So while OCR has been extremely useful in solving some of the issues with the manual document processing, and that output of that OCR is majorly depends on these conditions, like high resolution of images, standard alphanumeric keys will be there, and it should be that native document. Otherwise, that OCR unable to extract that information properly. And if it is having that watermark documents or any unwanted informations like lines or boxes, so these kind of documents are unable to extract it in using OCR. So these challenges and all, how we are going to overcome using that IDP. So that's what we are going to see. These are all the end-to-end life cycle of that IDP, how it is helping to overcome that. These are all these changes. So we would have received different kind of documents from the different sources. So sources might be anything, like we will get that input document from the cloud or email or from that SharePoint location or from that shared drive. So these kind of sources we are receiving, either database or anything. So once we are receiving the document, so what will happen? Probably we need to do some data cleaning. So data cleaning is nothing but like some documents having that unwanted informations. So as I said, that watermark and unwanted lines. So these informations and all, we are doing that prerequisite stage itself, the data cleaning. So once the data cleaning has been completed, then we are providing that information to the next stage, which is called classification. So here what is happening depends on the document keyword. So machine able to identify that particular document is belongs to this one. Like for example, we can say invoice document or photo ID proof, that passport document or bill receipt. So using that keyword of the document, for example, that invoice is the keyword for that invoice document. So using that, it's able to identify that document is belongs to the invoice. So after that classification, it is putting under that particular folder. And what is happening, the next stage is the extraction. So this is the main one, and using that different kind of technology like ML extractor or OCR extraction. So using these technologies, that particular document has been extracting that information. So what is happening, like in that particular document, for example, in invoice document, we will mention what are all the fields we need to extract it in that. So invoice number or bill to or total amount. So these are the information we are extracting. And for example, for ID proof document in that passport, it will extract that first name, last name, surname, date of birth, place of birth, and expiry dates or issue dates. So this information it is extracting using this OM or OCR technology or machine learning. So using this technology, it is extracting, and next it is giving to the validation state. So in this life cycle, machine itself doing that validation on its own. Otherwise, if we want involve that human in that loop for that validation, so that stage also we can able to introduce here, and human can check that validation whether which is extracted information is correct or not, and what is the accuracy of the each field extraction. So all this information we can see, and we can give the confirmation for each field. So what will happen for if we are going for that bulk execution for the sample documents, we are giving that validation for one or two. So then what that remaining machine will taken care for that remaining process and documents extraction. And once we are extracting that information, we are giving to the upstream section. Like that information we can play with further things, like we can save it in that particular location, or we are saving it in different formats like Excel or XML format, or we are uploading that information into database. So all this, it's like a cascading process kind of thing. So this is the input for the next stages of that end-to-end process. Yeah. Intelligent document processing in market, like no wonder that IDP market has grown over the past year, and by 2032 it will be worth over $19 billion. And not digitizing operations is like no longer an option for organization, and with generative AI and ML, and so many companies would want to make sure they are ready to adopt these new technologies, and IDP is just one way to achieve that. So you can see that so many players are available in that market, and there are like all our RPA competitors. You can see it here, like Microsoft Power Automate, Automation Anywhere, Abi Flexi Capture, nice tool. That RPA UiPath. So these are all the major competitors in market in IDP. And here is how that IDP is helping to converting that unstructured format into the structured way. So these are all the samples that unstructured formats we are receiving from the different documents. So here we can see that rotation. So some documents we would have, if it is in rotate in 90 degree or 180 degree, so it is converting into the proper way, then it is extracting that information, and then removing the noise, and with the shadow informations, character repair, and contrast adjustment. So these are all like samples, like in unstructured format. And first it is cleaning that stage in prerequisites itself, and it is then after that it is classifying and it is giving to the extraction stage. Now we are entering into that IDP workflow, that end-to-end, how that receiving the documents from the different sources and how it is classifying, loading the taxonomy, extracting that information. Once that extraction happened, how it is doing the validation. So all this we are going to see in this lifecycle IDP workflow end-to-end. First stage is the data capture. So once we receive that documents from the different sources like email or cloud, from the database or SharePoint location. So once we received using different technologies like OCR or intelligent character recognition. So using this, we are capturing the data. So what are the informations available in the different kind of documents? So that might be text document or PDF or image document. So whatever it is. So once we capture that information, then we are giving for the pre-processing stage. So in this stage, what we are doing, we are removing that unwanted data in that document. So here we are following the different technologies like noise reduction, binarization, despeckling, image recognition. So all these technologies we are using depends on the requirement. And as I said before, we would have get that watermark kind of documents or some of that unwanted lines we would have get it. So these are all would be that unstructured format will be available in that documents. So once we are removing all this information, so this would be the normal document. So after that, what is happening? We are giving to the classification stage. So in classification stage, what is happening? It will all the documents we are placing it to the particular location, which is shared drive or local. So wherever it is using that different technologies like computer vision or OCR or machine learning classifier. So using this technology, that system able to identify, the machine is able to identify with that keyword of that particular document. For example, that invoice document means it's using that keyword of that invoice, it's able to identify that particular document and it is placing into the separate, according to that particular folder, it will place it. So after that, it is giving for the extraction stage. So using that particular keyword, it's able to identify. So that's what that's how that machine is able to understand this classification part. So once it is able to understand that document is belongs to that particular one. So for example, invoice document. So invoice documents, what are all the fields we gave before that extraction? So what field it need to be extract from that particular invoice document? So all this information we loaded in that taxonomy itself. So what is happening one by one? It is that field will be extracting, and it will use different technologies like machine learning extractor or form extractor or OCR extractor. So depends on the requirement we are extracting this information, and it is converting like unstructured format into that structured way, which is like table or depends on that requirement. We are converting that format of that output actually. So once we extracted, we need to validate that extracted information, whether it is extracted in the proper way or not. So what is the exact accuracy of that extraction? So all this information we would have get it in that validation state itself. There are two kind of validation we are doing in that IDP lifecycle. So first one is the machine validation. So machine itself able to validate and it will confirming that extracted information is correct or not with that accuracy percentage. And second, we are involving that human in that review. If you are going with that bulk execution or bulk volume, so here for that sample, we are doing that extraction of 2-3 documents, and after that it will taken care by machine itself. So I will show you one sample here. Here you can see one of that ID proof document, and here with the keyword of that passport, you're able to identify that this is passport document, and you can see that accuracy of each extraction. For that surname, you can see 97%, given name 87, nationality 100%. So you can see. I will show you while showing that end-to-end demo. I will explain it properly in that. Data analysis. So data analysis, like once we are implementing this IDP, then we need to analyze that data, how much we are receiving and what is the error rate and processing times. So using this, we can able to increase the productivity, and we can standardize the process using these technologies, whether it is data visualization or machine learning, we can able to achieve this. What is that exact role of AI in that IDP? So in IDP helps that system understand and interpret the complex documents more effectively by managing large amount of information. AI improves the accuracy and efficiency of that data extraction. So here, once we are implementing this AI, it's a bundle of all this, like a document classification, load taxonomy, extraction stage, and validation. So all this would be that comes in that framework itself. So when we are implementing this intelligent document processing, we would have achieved that increasing that accuracy, and we can improve that existing process, and we can able to scale up to the small one to the large one. So we can avoid and the fraud detection we can do easily. So these are all the advantages when we go with that. Yeah, we have made a big step in how we handle documents with intelligent document processing, but there is even more we can do. RPA work alongside with IDP to make this process even better and help to manage and handle complex documents. So as I said, like this RPA, how it's helping in that IDP. So IDP is the part of document extraction from that unstructured format into the structured format. So remaining that downstream and upstream part will be taken care by the RPA. So with that entire life cycle, we are able to complete with RPA. So that IDP would be like 30 to 40% of in that process automation. The remaining will be taken care by the RPA. I will show you in the end of the demo how that RPA is helping in that intelligent document processing life cycle. Yeah. Next, which route suits business best? Which is we need to hire or go with that partner. So here the challenges is like if it is short kind of project or if it is a long-term project, so depends of the requirement. So what kind of project we are going to do, and what is that project, if it is a big volume or if it is a long-term project. If it is short, we can go and hire some of that who is the professional in that. Otherwise, if it is long term and if it is then we can touch up with the get touch with the partner, and we can hire that, and we will get all the services from that partner itself, like a COE kind of center of excellence they have already inbuilt, and they will help with the all the services which they have. So that is depends on that project and that requirement. We can select any of these. How that UiPath make IDPs hassle-free. So that is what we are going to see in that demo. And in demo, this is the exact life cycle we followed, and these are all the steps we involved in that UiPath. how we are did that intelligent document processing. So these are the different stages. First one is the load taxonomy, digitize, classification of the documents, extracting that informations, and finally we are exporting. So load taxonomy is nothing but like once we are receiving the document from the different sources, and we are feeding that what are the fields we are going to extract from the different documents like invoice or PDF or bill receipt or ID proof documents. So all the documents we are loading, and we are mention what are the fields we are going to extract for the each document. And once it is loaded, and we are giving for the digitize. So here we are creating the data model, and we are extracting that information from that document, and it's providing to the classification stage, and it will classify that documents according to that keyword. So once it is extracted, and it is providing to the once it is classified the document, it is providing to the extraction stage. So in that extraction stage, all the mentioned fields with that exact value it will be extracting, and depends on that extraction we are involving that validation state and training state. So finally all the validation has been completed, and we are providing that information into that export stage. So this is the entire life cycle and process flow of that UiPath, how it works. And here we are using that AI is a technology, and machine learning. Along with that machine learning, natural language processing, so OCR. So these technologies is involved in this IDP component. Now let's talk about bringing RPA and AI together to showcase how this works in practice. I've chosen UiPath as the platform, and I have found UiPath to be a robust and flexible tool that easily integrates with RPA and AI capabilities. It's a user-friendly interface and a drag and drop kind of tool actually. It having a lot of features with that AI. You can see that model management. You can easily deploy and build with the machine learning models, and it's having plenty of that pre-trained models available in the market. And if we can add the customs AI model as well, depends on the requirement. When we go with this kind of features, then we would have achieved that seamless integration and seamless execution of and all that intelligent document processing end to end. So when we go with this IDP implementation, then we would have obviously will get that productivity of that team. We would have saved that headcount, manual headcount, and we can speed up the process of that existing one, and we'll get the clear insights of that information from the document, and we can reduce the error, human error. So these are all the benefits when we implementing intelligent document processing. Now we'll see one small demo how that intelligent document processing works end to end, and how it is converting that unstructured format into the structured format of the information. So just consider these are all the three different documents we are receiving from the source. So one is the invoice, the second one is the receipt, and third one is one of the passport ID proof. So invoice, you can see like a different kind of fields available, like bill to, date of issue, invoice number, due date, amount due. So we are going to extract all this information from this invoice document, and in that receipt you can see bill number, date, item quantity, bill amount, total items we ordered. So all this information we are going to extract. And the next one is of that ID proof document, passport. So here we are extracting almost all the information like passport card number, nationality, surname, given name, date of birth, place of birth, and the expiry dates and issued date. Let's see. This is the UiPath 2. And as I said, we have the different stages. So load taxonomy, digitize document, classification, document scope, data extraction, and finally that validation. So load taxonomy is nothing but we are loading all the fields in that particular document. So for example, as I said, in that invoicing document, what are all the fields we are going to extract? So all the fields we are loading in this component. So once we loaded, then say next stage is the digitized document. So here it is creating the document object model for that particular document, and it is providing that information to the next stage, which is classify document scope. So here we are using different kind of classifier to identify the document. So here we used keyword based classifier. I told you earlier, like for that keyword only, it's able to identify, it's classifying the document, like that invoice is the keyword, or passport is the keyword, or bill receipt is the keyword. So using that, it able to identify, and it is providing to the data extraction stage. So which is here, once we got that data extraction stage using the data object model, so it's able to extract that information with the different extractor, which is form extractor or machine learning extractor or OCR. So using that, it is extracting that information. And the next one is that validation state. So in that validation, we are involving that machine validation and as well as that human in that loop. Like we can able to see how much percentage accuracy we received when we are extracting that particular field information. So I will show you when we are running. So finally, we are extracting that information and exporting into the exact location, which is Excel sheet. I'm going to run this now, and I will show you that validation state. So first one, that load taxonomy, second classification, digitized document, classification, and extraction. So these 4 stages will be running in the backend, and it will be stopping in that present validation state. So I will show you that validation, how it is happening for the first document, which is invoice. So it will take few seconds to load. So here you can see that first invoicing document, how it is extracting that information. And you can see that right side. So using that keyword of that invoice. So invoice is the keyword here, and it's able to get that matching percentage of 74. So more than 60 to 65%, we are good to go for the extraction, which will give that almost accurate one. And you can see the different fields built to, which is Gilchrist, date of issue, invoice number, due date, and amount due. Here you can see the extraction percentage with that accuracy, 90%, 91, 100, 100. So once you are good with these numbers, then we can give submit directly, and it will extract, it will continue and save that information, and it will extract. And again, the remaining documents will be in that loop. Like the next document, it will come and in that loop, and it will pick. So as I said, that first 4 steps it will cover in the backend, and finally it will came to the extraction stage. So which is bill receipt. So here you can see that different fields here. So using that keyword is bill here. So it's able to identify this is bill receipt, and it extracted the bill number, date, bill amount, total item, and total quantity. So left side you can see that matching percentage, which is 95% of total quantity, 100%, 96, 92, and 95 of bill number. we are good with this. And the next document is passport. So passport, it will having the different fields. Here we are extracting almost all the informations. Here the keyword is, as I said, the passport is the keyword. It's able to identify this is passport document, and it's matching with the 69%. And you can see the passport card number 98%, nationality USA, surname, given name, date of birth, sex, place of birth, issue date, and expiry date. So all the fields are extracted, and you can see 100%, 100, 82, 99. Once we are good with this, we can submit that document, and it is extracted, that information. You can see it took 3 minutes, but actually it would be doing within below 5 to 10 seconds only, because we are going step by step. So that's why it took this much time. And I will show you the output now. You can see the timestamp 20 to 36. Yeah. So first field is, first tab is invoice document, which we extracted. So you can see here, build to date of issue, invoice number, due date, total amount due. So all this information captured exactly. And the next tab is receipt tab. So receipt, you can see what and all extracted. Bill number 18925, date June 26, 2021, and the time, total item to quantity to, and the total amount is 90 rupees. And the next one is passport. You can see the passport card number, given name, surname, is nationality, date of birth Jan 1, 1981, place of birth USA, issued date 2009 November, and expiry date also 2019 November. So almost it's extracted with that 100% of accuracy. I think that's it. Hope everyone understand that end-to-end life cycle of intelligent document processing, how it RPA involves, and what is the role of IDP in this end-to-end life cycle. That's it from me. Thanks to
Thanks, Gautam, for your insights. It was very informative, and I hope that you all enjoyed being in the session. We now have a few questions from our audience, so let us now address them. Starting our first question from Jude. What are the potential cost savings associated with implementing IDP, and how quickly can a business expect to see a return on investment?
this is question, and business can typically expect a return of investment within 6 to 12 months, I can say. Now that is mostly depends on the different factors, like depends on the project, what is that exact requirement, what is the size of that project we are getting, and what kind of documents, what is the complexity. So depends on all these factors we can able to see. But I work for one of that mortgage client, very so within 6 to 12 months we can able to show the differences, like with that cost savings and everything.
great insights on that. So let's move on to a common concern for many businesses, and this question is from Mark. He asks that what are the most common mistakes businesses make while implementing IDP?
When implementing IDP, need to understand what exactly needed, proper data training and testing, neglecting to involve the key stakeholders early in the process actually, and failing to plan for continuous monitoring and update to the system. So these missteps can lead to reduce the accuracy and efficiency.
Thanks for clarifying that. And now from our audience, we have a next question which builds on to the question that we have addressed before. That is, how should a business assess its preparedness in implementing IDP?
Implementing IDP, evaluating the quality and diversity of its data. So ensuring it has a clear understanding of its document processing needs, and determining the readiness of its IT infrastructure. Additionally, it should be considered the availability of skilled personnel and the alignment of IDP goals with broader business objectives.
Great points there. Now moving forward to next question, that is from Mike. So earlier you discussed a bit about having someone in-house versus partnering with companies who are already leveraging IDP solutions. So how can one assess the partners?
Very good question. So to assess that IDP partners, first to evaluate their technology capabilities, including AI and machine learning proficiency. So review their industry specific experience and success stories. And finally, you can check the client testimonials and their flexibility in customizing solutions to meet these specific needs. So using this, we can achieve that.
So now let's wrap up our Q&A session with the last crucial question that is asked by James. So the question is that how does IDP address the challenge of integrating with legacy process?
Yeah, nice question. In that legacy process, we can use that flexible API and connectors that facilitate the seamless data exchange between the new and old systems. Additionally, IDP solutions often include the customizable workflows and ability to work with various document formats, ensuring the compatibility with existing processes while gradually modernizing the infrastructure actually. So this integration enables businesses to leverage the benefits of automation without completely overhauling their legacy systems.
Thanks a lot, Gautaman, for addressing the questions. Now we come to the end of our webinar. Thank you everyone for being a part of today's session, and also thank you for your active engagement and participation. If you have any follow-up questions, please feel free to reach out or for any further discussions as well. See you all again in the next webinar. Thank you. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thanks to all. Thanks for joining.